of everything. Once a year deal on this thing. PTO clutch is going out on my mower, so I'm not going to keep shutting down and moving the camera. I'll try to get a finished tip shot. Catch you later. There it is, all done up. It's very dusty. This is the old junker mower. I use it for stuff like that, once a year stuff. All right, I'll catch you later. So I just finished up these 2 yards here. Quick tip, if you're ever having trouble getting back to the truck because you're tired at the end of the day, one thing I do a lot is I'll turn my blower around backwards and walk with it pointed backwards and use my pinky on the throttle and just let it rip, and it basically pushes you right along, you know. So as long as you can pick up your feet and trip back to the truck, you're good. Now I don't know if I can do it with the backpack. I'll have to see if that thing can swivel around. But if you had wheels on your knees, you could probably get on your knees and just roll back to the truck. But the only reason I bring it up is because, like, on sets like this, I have to go all the way down to, I don't know, it's probably, I don't know, a 1/16 of a mile down. Edge it all the way down. When I go down and I blow it, then when I come back, there's generally nothing to blow off. So instead of just walking, I put the blower backwards, and it makes a big difference. You wouldn't think it, but it does. It gets you back to the truck a lot quicker and with a lot less effort. All right, so I'm gonna see how many more I got left, and I'll catch you later. Have a good day. Good afternoon. I'm done with the yards. I want to show you a couple mistakes I made recently on fabrication and stuff. I was trying to get this pan in here and a grapple on this. As usual, in my head it looked pretty simple and stuff, but anyway, this pan was supposed to be supported on the front by this rib. The whole idea, though, is that with one wrench and impact, because the nuts would be welded on the backs and then it'd be tapped here, that you'd be able to remove this center pan and unpin the grapple and be back to regular forks like quickly. Well, what I didn't realize is that this forks would be so hard to tap out. They drilled fine with the oh, that's another mistake. The Morphin was a mistake in that it's a single speed. When you get into the heavier, thicker steel and bigger bits, it doesn't do that well. It smokes the bits. But this one here is really good. The Herms variable speed. And so that went right through, and it's pulling out shavings like this, you know what I mean? And it's crazy how good it does. But anyway, so then I went to tap that hole after I drilled the, you know, see I left the shoulder there so that the head of the bolt will go down like flush kind of like, but then you could just use the same size impact and knock up all the bolts in 2 seconds. But anyway, the problem came in is that this is hardened, I guess, and I can only run the tap in about halfway, and it feels like it wants to break. So what I may have to do is take the forks off, drill a big hole from the bottom about halfway through, and then lay a nut in from the bottom and weld the nut in place so that I had threads. So it's going pretty good. It's just that it's too thick or something, and it just, and then even when I got them threads cut, I'm not deep enough where that hole, I may have to check it. I maybe have the wrong tap size. See, it's not nearly. So I gotta double check that. But if I can't get it to go deeper than that with the threading, it doesn't matter if I got the wrong tap size. So I'll be better off to drill a fat hole in the bottom, lay a net in from the bottom and weld it in place to have threads. Or, you know, order a welded bung, I guess they call it. And then the other mistake I made was the airbags for the the white truck, you know, made up this plate. And the problem that comes in is that the frame rail on the pickup is too close to this. And I can get one that's lower profile, but I don't know if it still wouldn't probably work because this offset's not big enough. So what I mean, that's on the top side. So I may have to rethink it and flip it upside down, which is going to make more work because it's going to take a special bracket on the top. Actually, on the top it'll be still quite simple. On the bottom though, there's a square that comes up off the axle that the bump stop normally hits. So on the bottom, if I flip it upside down, one, it'll drain moisture out easier if you get moisture from your air compressor or something. It won't have trapped moisture, so that would be a benefit, but it's still going to be a heck of a trick to try to, you know, it could have been so simple if they just had more offset on the airport for the airbag. Could have been just so simple, but well, I guess that's the way it goes. But anyway, just to give you an update, maybe you can learn from my mistakes on that, on the drill and, you know, building them fork grapples and stuff in the airbags. All right, I'm gonna go get something to eat and call it a day. Y'all have a good one.